Okay, so nomenclature of cycloalkane. So cycloalkane is a cyclic alkane. Okay, so the general N, where N start with 3. Okay, because the smallest cycloalkane is cyclopropane. Okay, if we compare cycloalkane with the non-cyclic one, with non-cyclic alkane, so the general molecular formula is CnH2n plus 2. Okay, for example, if I have propane, okay, so what will happen? Um, these two carbon will lose the hydrogen. Okay, we lose this hydrogen and this hydrogen. So this carbon will be connected to that carbon, forming cycloalkane. So that's why when you form cyclic compound, number of hydrogen will be lesser compared to the straight chain. Okay, so for cyclic, the name start with cyclo. So cyclobutane. So this is the parent name. So cyclopentane and so on. Okay. Okay. So the first rule, if only have one substituent is present, it is not necessary to designate its position. In other words, no need to mention its position. No need to write down 1-methyl cyclobutane. No need. Okay, no need to write down 1-methyl cyclobutane. We only write down methyl cyclobutane. Okay, because we understand methyl will be at any carbon, because methyl cyclobutane can look like this. 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 Okay. Okay, rule number 2, if two substituents are present, number of carbon in the ring beginning with the substituent according to the alphabetical order, followed by giving the lowest number to the substituent. Okay, so when you have only two substituent, so numbering can either start with the red color 1 2 or maybe 2 1. Okay, 1 2, or for the blue one 1 2. Okay, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Okay, but here it mentioned, so the substitute according to the alphabetical order. So according to the alphabetical order, this is ethyl E, this is methyl M. So E will get the lowest number. Okay, so that's why the name is 1-ethyl 2-methyl cyclohexane. So similar like before, this is the parent, this is the substituent. So when you write down the substituent according to the alphabetical order, that's why we mention ethyl first. Okay, and it must be as close as possible. Okay, so when there are three or more substituent, okay, so you need to have lowest sets of number. Okay, if you use the blue one, the combination number will be 1 to 4. If you use the red one, the combination will be 1 to 5. So 1 to 4 is the lowest one. So 1 to 4 is correct. And then you identify your substituent, ethyl, methyl. Okay, so when you want to write down as name, so use alphabetical order. So we write down ethyl first. So 1-ethyl, 2,4-dimethyl. So the parent is cyclohexane. Okay, so when a singular ring is attached to a single chain, greater number of carbon atoms, so it is appropriate to name the compound cycloalkyl alkene. What does it mean by that? When the cyclic compound attached to the straight chain, and the straight chain has the longest carbon compared to the cyclic compound, so the straight chain will become the parent. So right now your parent is hexane. So cyclic compound is the side chain or the substituent. So the position for this one is 1 cyclopentyl hexane. Okay, so for straight chain, when you do have substituent, you need to mention the position, because maybe it is at carbon number 1, or maybe it could be at carbon number 2. For straight chain, if the straight chain is the parent, so right now the straight chain is the parent, hexane. But if the parent is cyclic, no need to mention. Okay, so there's a difference. Okay, so here hexane is the parent, so need to mention the position. Okay. Okay, when more than one system is attached to a single, so the name will be cycloalkane. So the name will be 1,3-dicyclohexyl propane. Okay.